Hey, in this video I will show you how to create a faux 3D spinning crystal in Procreate Dreams. Before we dive into Procreate Dreams, let's walk through how the faux 3D spinning technique works. It's surprisingly simple. You start with a rotating dual tone circle and you clip it to a triangle. This will give you the top of the spinning crystal, which you can then duplicate and flip to complete the full shape. I like to also add some highlights and shadows to give the crystal some dimension. Now let's get started. I'm using 4K widescreen format, 12 frames per second, and 5 seconds duration for my file. If you would like to follow along, I have linked a file in the description that comes with the pre-made dual tone circle and triangle. As we discussed earlier, I'll start by animating the circle first. So I'll center the shape on the canvas, and then I'll go to the start of the timeline and add a motion keyframe. Next, I'll go to the end of the timeline and add a new keyframe. And I'll tap on the keyframe to adjust the rotation value to 360 so it has a full rotation. Lastly, I'll hold in between the keyframes to set the easing to linear. Linear is going to keep the rotation speed consistent so it loops seamlessly. And I'll just play back to review how the animation looks. Now I'll go to the triangle and move it so it's also centered and top aligned to the diameter of the circle. Now I'll tap and hold on the circle to bring up the masking options, and I'll tap on clipping mask, which will clip the circle to the triangle, which will give us our faux spinning top. In the next step, I will complete the crystal shape and add some highlights and shadows to create dimension. To start out, I will group the circle and triangle together. Then I'll delete the empty tracks. Next, I'll move the group up and then go inside the group and add a new track above the circle. Next, I'll use a white brush to draw the highlight area. Then I'll switch the color to black and draw around the bottom part of the triangle. Now I'll go and I'll fill the duration. Next, I'll tap the playhead and add a Gaussian blur keyframe, and I'm just going to drag the slider over until it blurs the colors so it blends together a bit. Once I get it where I want it, I'll apply a clipping mask so it's only applied to the triangle shape. And now that I see how it looks within the triangle, I'm gonna make some minor adjustments to the position and blurriness to get it where I want it. Now I'm going to apply a blend mode to the layer. I'm going to go with the add blend mode as I like the stylized effect it gives and how it looks like the light really hits the peak of the crystal. Next, I'll name the group. Next, I'll duplicate the group and I'll move it below the original group, and then I'll rename it bottom. Now I'll tap on the group and tap flip vertically. Now I can drag that group down so it completes the crystal shape. Tip: holding one finger on the screen while you move an object will activate snapping so you can keep it straight as you're moving it down. With that done, I'm now going to play with the blending mode of the bottom part of the crystal. I'll scroll through the different options till I find one that gives the bottom some shading. And I think I like the look of soft light the best for this one. I recommend that you play around with the different blending modes to see which one fits best with your project. Now I'm going to group both parts and rename the group Crystal. Now I'm going to show you how I add a very easy animated glow effect. First thing I will do is duplicate the group and move it below the original group. Next, I will add a Gaussian blur keyframe, and I will drag the slider over till I get a nice subtle glow around the crystal, which ended up being 17%. I'd recommend experimenting with the level of blurriness until you get the right look for your project. And then I'll rename the group Glow. Next, I'm going to add a slight blur to the crystal. So I'll tap on the original group and I'll add a Gaussian keyframe and set it to 1%. And that's it. Now I have this cool spinning faux 3D crystal. And here's a bonus step for those that want to add a little extra flair to their crystals with an animated sparkle. I'll start by going to an empty track above the crystal group. Next, I'll switch my brush to monoline and then enter flipbook mode. To create a sparkle, I will start with a dot, and then in the next frame, I will draw a star over it. And then in the next frame, I will draw some lines going outwards. And then in the final frame, I will draw some tiny lines going out a little further. And that's it. Now I'll group those frames, and then I'm gonna group it again, and then this time I will extend that exterior group out to the 1 second mark. By adding some blank frames into the group, I'll be able to duplicate the animation and have a brief pause in between the sparkle animations. Once done, I will group all the duplicated groups and rename it Sparkle 1. Now I'll just review the animation, and I just decided I want to reposition it so it's closer to the crystal. Next, I'll duplicate the group and move it below the original group, and then I'll rename it Sparkle 2. Now I'll position the sparkle lower on the right side of the crystal, and to make the animation more dynamic, I will offset the sparkle animations by moving the second sparkle back in the timeline. And that's it. Thanks for watching this tutorial. If you enjoyed this video, then check out this other video or watch my Procreate Dreams playlist. See ya later.